TGIF. Welcome back to my channel, Justin Talks Film. It's Friday night. I'm in my pajamas. I thought I would just come on. We can kick it and just chat for a little while and try to unwind together after another work week. So tell me in the comments, how was your week? What is it? What are we unwinding from? Me, it's been a wild work week. I conducted a series of interviews for new hires. I am working on a project to do training videos for some programs that we're working at work. All kinds of moving pieces. I could go on and on about work, but that's not the point of a kickback chill video. My problem is I don't know how to turn it off. You know, my brain is just constantly, did I do this? Did I do that? Was there something more that I can do? Do you guys have any relaxation techniques that you use? Now, I am gonna kick back. The weather's reasonable in Texas, low 90s, upper 80s. We'll have some 70s in a few days. So I'll have an opportunity to go sit out on the deck, listen to some music and kind of unwind. I'm really excited. I like Beyonce's new album. It's a fun album that you can kind of listen to from start to finish. Megan Thee Stallion, who's another fun one, she's got a video out that's called Her, H-E-R, Her, and it's really fun. So I'm gonna, there's some stuff for me to unwind and listen to. I listen to all kinds of different music. I was listening to Demi Lovato. She just released, like 24 hours ago, she just released a new album as well. And she's got this song called Happy Ending that is kind of a scream ballad, acoustic song. But if you like, pop music and stuff, Demi Lovato's got a few new tracks that I enjoy. I think her lead single is this song called 29. She put out like 2 days ago. And it's a good song, good track. Who are your favorite artists? What are you guys listening to right now? What's on your playlist? I was gonna give my age away and say like, what's in your CD holder? Do you remember those things, the CD holders, where like our cars used to be like, bulk stock full of those? I kind of miss that though. My car, I'm gonna just tell you guys, I still have CDs in my car. And don't laugh at me. These are the CDs I have in my car. The new Dixie Chicks, or the most recent Dixie Chicks album. Shania Twain's greatest hits, and I think Fleetwood Mac's greatest hits. Am I an old lady or what? Am I an old lady or what? But what that tells me is that when I'm in the car, I really want to hear like easy listening, really soothing music. Nothing too crazy. But then I'll plug my phone into into my car and listen to Cardi B or something crazy. So I'm all over the place. There are some kind of good things on TV and stuff coming that I'm really excited about. My God, it feels like it was a year ago, but just a few months ago, I did a review for Belfast, the Kenneth Branagh semi-biopic film, starring Judi Dench and many others. It's streaming now on HBO Max. If you're an HBO Max subscriber, check out Belfast. I got some feedback from other folks that it wasn't necessarily worth going to the theater to see, but if it's, if you can watch it at no cost, it's a good one. I got a lot of good lessons from Belfast, so if you watch it, Judi Dench, she can never do any wrong. Tell me what you think. It's really an insightful one, so you have to be in the mood for that. We're almost halfway through the season of Reservation Dogs. Those of you who are watching along with me, and then, anyone that just casually watches the channel. You've noticed I've uploaded a few videos about reservation dogs. I think they're going to do 10 episodes this season. So we're not quite halfway through the season. I'm absolutely loving it. I think the quality is even better than the first season. I have no doubt that we're going to go into seasons 3, 4, and on and on and on. I hope they're thinking about potential sequels, because the ecosystem is so rich in that show. There's so many storylines and characters that you could explore. Uncle Brownie, who is played by Gary Farmer, who's one of the great native actors of our generation, he deserves a spin-off show of his own. The twins on the reservation, the two rappers, they could have a show of their own. There's so many groups, that would make interesting commentary. And so, while I love that everyone is getting a voice all in the same place right now, as we normalize telling our stories and indigenous stories, we need to have a universe for, these different characters and character types. Anyone that's watching the show, do you agree? I am on pins and needles, speaking of great shows. I am really highly anticipating Rings of Power, coming up in a few weeks on Amazon, just like 2 weeks at this point. Do we have any Tolkien geeks on my channel? I can't wait to deep dive. This show, it looks like it takes place in the first age of Middle Earth, while the two trees are still in bloom. So, questions that I have: there's a really infamous villain in the early parts of Middle Earth in the Lord of the Rings saga that's called Ungoliant, and it is a spider of immense size that spins a darkness. Instead of spinning a web, she spins a darkness, and they call that darkness Unlight. And it, the way they describe this character in the stories, it's just terrific and terrible. And I'm not going to give any spoiler or plot points away, but what she does, during the first age of Middle Earth, it would be terrific visuals to see. So I'm hoping to see that depicted. I'd love to see, different stages of Galadriel. Anyone that's seen Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings might remember Galadriel from Lothlorien, the elf queen, played by Kate Blanchett with the long blonde hair. I'm interested to see the different stages of her journey. She's one of the most famous and most mystical characters in Tolkien lore. So I'm super excited to deep dive. We're going to deep dive on this channel. If you are into Tolkien lore, I know quite a bit. I've read the Children of Húrin. I'm ready to deep dive and just go week by week. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know. I assume it's going to be a week by week episodic release schedule, but we're going to deep dive and have a great time. I went to go see, and I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, but I've really gotten into Reservation Dogs, so I haven't gotten back to you. But I told you I was going to go see Nope by Jordan Peele and come back on as soon as I saw it and give you my review. I was so underwhelmed on the first viewing that I was discouraged from coming on. The film has crossed the century mark at the box office, so it's doing reasonable. I don't know if it'll be considered a success, but there were some really effective scenes in Nope. There's a barn scene where you believe that you're actually seeing aliens in the flesh, kind of walking towards or creeping towards you, and the camera work and the music and everything is really, really effectively done. So there's some really strong film elements there. It just didn't really feel as cohesive as I wanted to. So I gave Nope kind of a Nope rating for myself. Anyone that has seen it, I was so excited and cheerleading it. Tell me your thoughts. Did you enjoy it? I did not. I liked Daniel Kaluuya. Did not love Keke Palmer as much in this role. I thought her energy was a little bit frenetic. And I didn't love, I thought they could have done a better job of just weaving, certain threads together. So I'll watch it again when it comes out, when it starts streaming. I'll sit down and watch it again and see if I can, parse a little bit more from it. But on initial watch, I wasn't super into it. Here's one, I haven't talked about a lot here on the channel, but, it's such a big franchise and so many people love it. Tell me if you want me to watch this show, and it's House of the Dragon. The reviewers have gotten 6 episodes, and the word on the street is that, you need to watch at least 6 episodes of House of the Dragon to feel like you're back in Game of Thrones again, The first episode is a lot of background and a lot of smoke and character development. And, I've heard a consensus that it is pretty slow. But if you are fans of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon is upon us. And, I've heard it's a good show. Grace Randolph, she has a review channel here on YouTube called Beyond the Trailer. And she gets a lot of press screeners early. And she did a review of House of the Dragon. And so check her out, Grace Randolph, Beyond the Trailer, if you're interested in Game of Thrones. It's supposed to be really dragon heavy. She described it as a little bit of How to Train Your Dragon, but in a good way. So I'm excited to see it, and so we'll see what happens. Let me know if you're interested in House of the Dragon. Last thing I've got to talk about is one that a buddy of mine here on Netflix, buddy of mine here on YouTube, Movie Ninja. I'll see if I can link his channel below. But he did a review on his channel. As a matter of fact, I'll link to his review. He did a review of the Netflix show The Sandman. When I tell you, I am just been taken away by this series. It is such a fantastic series. The visuals, the story, the acting is just on the next level. Kind of in a mind-blowing way. Some of it reminds me, if you guys are my age or a little bit older, have you ever seen that Robin Williams movie, What Dreams May Come? Where it was really apocalyptic and really, really grand. A lot of the visuals, put me in the mind of that kind of, Fantasia grandeur. And then as the days went on, each episode is just incredible. I was reading in the trades that each episode costs $15 million to produce. Each episode. And, so that show is going to have to really be a big hit in order for them to pick it back up again. They may either have to scale back budget or, figure some things out. And then I went on to find out that it's a Warner Brothers show, but they've released it on Netflix, which is interesting. I kind of feel like, and Movie Ninja, if you're watching, if you've made it this far in my video, let me know. I think it would have been a good HBO Max show. The tone, the tenor of the show, I think it would have been really successful on HBO Max. It might be something that, the powers that be need to think about. But it's doing well. I think it debuted in the top 10 on Netflix, so it is doing well. Those are some of the things I've been watching and those are some of the things I'm looking forward to. What's on your radar? What are you guys watching in your downtime? Might do a little bit of thrifting this weekend. I don't know, just to shake off work and just, it's actually tolerable, as I was saying, to be outside, so might get out and do a little bit of shopping. Celebrate some personal victories, made some good strides at work, and might celebrate, those things. And what are you guys doing? I think I'm gonna try to mostly either be poolside or sitting out on the deck, listening to music and kicking back. Give me your music recommendations. I'm open to anything: country, alternative, heavy metal, 80s. I mean, you name it. Latin music, I love reggae. I'm an open book. Kind of like with movies and TV shows. I search for the quality of content and not try to label it. I've found favorites in so many different genres. Leonard Cohen is, I'm getting to that age where I'm finding Leonard Cohen and, great songwriters and standards are important to me. A lot of the music that's released today currently, like, I just can't find the cadence. Here's my old man spiel. Can't find the cadence, or can't catch on to the words or whatever. I guess I'm a fan of structure in music. A nice melody, a nice hook, melodic music. I know that sounds crotchety and old man like, but I don't know. That's just me. I like a well-constructed pop song, if you get what I'm saying. There are very few girls and guys out here, really doing it, really trying to put, good songs out nowadays. And so I'm a big champion of those folks. What are some of your faves? But yeah, that's all I can think of. I'm not going to keep you guys on here all weekend. I just wanted to chill out with you guys for a few minutes, kick back, relax in our PJs, and talk about some of the stuff, because I haven't come on and updated you in a couple of weeks about some of the stuff that I've been watching. Some of us that aren't watching Reservation Dogs, there's some other things that are on the horizon, and other things like Sandman, which is incredible to watch now. Sandman might be my favorite show of the year. It's new. I've just started watching it, but it's absolutely incredible, So, share your thoughts below. As always, give this video a like if you will, a comment. Please consider subscribing to my channel, Justin Talks Film, for more movie, TV, chatty, all kinds of related content. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. We may catch up again randomly at some point, but I'll see you in a few days for Reservation Dogs episode 5, I think. All right, see you soon. Bye.